the Phillies had a very interesting, almost like a Coldplay gate, but Karen gate.
Yeah.
So what happened exactly? Did you watch the full video?
Oh, I watched the video. I mean, the ball home run was hit out in the outfield right in front of this couple and landed. I think it hit right in front of them and it ran on the ground, and there was those two reaching down trying to get it in the row in front of them. The guy next to him is trying to grab it, and this guy from like 10 seats down runs over, and they're all trying to grab for it, and the guy from 10 seats over gets it, runs back, so happy, hands it to his son, is hugging his son.
Great moment. That's a classic baseball moment.
It's in his son's mitt. It's great.
It's his son's birthday.
Yes.
Like, what a perfect birthday.
But she did not like it. She runs over there, starts yelling at the guy.
Now, in the crowd of the people gathering to get the ball, who was she? Was she the person sitting in the front and it landed in front of her?
Yes, in front of the couple.
Oh, so she was the couple. She was one of the couple.
So she runs over and starts yelling that you took that away from me, and he's just like, what? I don't know. And he was all startled by her yelling at him. And there's a little bit of interaction back and forth, and you took it from me. And so the dad just simply takes it out of the son's mitt and hands it to him and says, okay, go. And as she's walking back, I don't know, someone starts to say something to her, like,
I would have been?
Yeah. And it may have been the guy that she was with, and she's just like, no. But have you seen that after that? Like, some other guy start heckling her, she got in his face and start yelling at him.
Really?
I guess she started flipping people off because everyone was heckling her.
I would have been heckling her. If I would have saw
What are your thoughts? Because the rule of the thumb,
you get it, it's yours.
yeah, it's free fall.
She was not entitled to that ball.
She felt like she was.
That ball bounced around.
Now, someone showed a video from like behind them, and they're all reaching down, and some people are saying that maybe she had it in her hand and he took it out of her hand. They're all reaching for it.
It's a confusion of the moment.
Yes, and listen, I could, like you said, he had the right to the ball. I could see if he walked over and he was just standing with the ball, and she wanted to say, hey, that should have been mine. Mm-hmm. That's one thing. But as soon as that ball went into that kid's mitt,
done.
If she started walking towards them and she sees that ball go into that kid's mitt, she should have just turned around and walked back.
Or just should have been like, hey, I don't like what you did.
But the moral of the story is, you go to the ball game with an extra ball in your pocket. You give them the wrong ball. You ever see?
So now everybody's gonna be walking around with this big.
You ever see the young kid that catches a foul ball?
Oh yeah.
And he literally turns around to like a couple cute girls behind him, and he goes like this. He catches the ball. He takes another ball he has there, and he goes like this. And they're like, oh, you're so sweet.
So he's like,
but then he points to his
13,
buddy.
14
Yeah, but he points to his buddy. He's like, dude, the real ball's in my glove.
And the girls behind him are probably like,
it's great.
The girls behind him are like 5 years older, and so he's like,
oh, they were more like in their mid-20s or something.
And they all were like,
they're like, oh, he's so sweet. It's like great. So the moral of the story: go with an extra ball, give them a fake one. They won't even know.
You are right, because that happened to Lindsay. We were at the Chicago Fenway.
Oh, that's right.
They were playing in Arizona. We were over in this corner up in the bleachers because we just got bleacher tickets. We're there with her mom, her sister, and her brother-in-law. We're having a good time. He's like, let's move over there. People cleared out, so we moved down. We're more in the middle. We're hanging out. This line drive home run, and he's pretty famous now. I can't remember his name. From Arizona, gets just launched right at us. And it's a line drive, and it's coming right at. But I'm sitting next to my wife, and her mom's right there. It's coming beeline right at her. And luckily, she kind of turned, and it bounces behind us. And Lindsay turns around, and the ball comes right into her hand, and she catches it.
No way.
And she turns around, and she just like, yeah. Mm-hmm. And we're all like, oh my God.
Yeah, it's so cool. Yeah.
Literally, not to our knowledge at the time, the whole stadium turned against her.
Because it's not our team's home run.
In Chicago.
It was the Arizona.
If the opposing
team hits a home run,
throw it back. That's what they start yelling. Throw it back. I mean, it got louder. And she's just like, no. And she's looking at me, and then she looks at Brian, our brother-in-law. He's from that area. And she's like, what am I supposed to do? And he's like, And she wanted to keep that. And she's all like, what the heck? And she looks at me and I'm like, I think you probably should throw it back. Because it was so loud. And to the point of the boy that stands on the third base side that catches foul balls, he starts coming out and is waving for her to throw it.
Really?
Yes. He's out in the outfield. And so she finally very reluctantly throws it back. And then everyone cheers. And then we find out, like, I bought her a sign that literally says, number one rule, opposing team hits a home run, you throw it back.
Wow.
So had we
Had an extra ball.
and I'm not joking, we can go back and I can send it, you can put it in the video. There was actually, it was on ESPN.
Was it really?
The home run coming out and her standing there with her arm up, holding the ball.
Very proud.
She's still salty about it to this day. And that was 2 years ago.
But
You have the video?
ESPN?
Yeah. I gotta see that. I've never seen it.
I think you have.
Holding out on me, man.
no, but I don't know if you guys have ever been to a baseball game. Home run balls, foul balls are for kids. I feel like if I was there by myself,
Unless you're the dad that catches the ball with the beer and
Yes.
his kid, and he drops his kid for a second, catches the ball, and then grabs his kid,
Yes.
he can keep it.
but what I'm trying to say is if I'm at a
Yes.
baseball park by
Yes.
myself and I catch a ball and there's a kid in close proximity, I'm not going to go walking around.
Oh,
being
yeah.
like- I'm going to be like, here, take this ball. Even though he didn't catch it, it's going to be a memory.
But
I caught a foul ball at an Indians game a long time ago with your sister. She took my younger brother and I to a game. I think it might have been one of our first Indians games. And my brother and I, we caught a foul ball. I had that thing on my shelf for the longest time. And I'm not just saying this because I don't think I caught it. I think someone gave it to us.
Well, you can't go to a soccer game with an extra soccer ball. You can't go to a football game with an extra football. I mean, maybe you can go to a Browns game and like show the kicker how to kick.
Oh, yeah.
By the way,
But before we get to that, hold
before
on.
we get to that, let's wrap this up. But
Hold
before
on.
we get to that.
What I'm trying to say is I would find a kid if he was close to me, I'd give it to him. But if I had my son with him, it's his ball. And a lot of people were hating on the dad, saying you shouldn't have done that, you should have held your ground and stuff like that. But he went on the news and he said I was a little like afraid. My number one priority was my son's safety, and this chick is in our faces.
thankfully they made out better.
Yes, so go ahead.
Yes.
Say what
Yeah,
they
yeah,
got.
yeah.
They made out better. They pulled him in the side. They had a signed baseball bat from the guy that hit the home run and
Which
everything
is
like that.
fantastic.
Yeah.
So it's good
And
press.
he's like, pictures with him. They actually came up there into the stands, gave him a whole bag of guard.
I know.
and
that's
now
so
that
great.
lady's famous. You know, she's
For the
big-
wrong reason.
She's the baseball Karen.
Infamous.
Infamous, yeah.
She's the baseball Karen.
But she came out and
The Phillies Karen.
but she came out and said that she's like can't even leave her house. She's getting harassed.
Well, you know what? Hey,
But so then the dad and the son went on the news, and the dad was just saying,
I
"I
didn't
think I
see
did the
that.
right thing. I was kind of nervous. I didn't know what to do, and he said he kind of regretted it, the fact that he gave up his son's whatever. But then they asked the kid, "Hey, what do you think?" And he said, "I think my dad did the right thing in the moment. I love everything that I got, but I really wish I was able to keep that ball on my birthday." So now everybody's coming out and saying,
If she wants to make it right.
you should send that ball back to that kid. If I went through all that and I did all that and everybody's coming at me with all this hate. Now the dad on the news said, "Stop threatening her. Stop threatening her physically.
No,
Stop
I mean,
threatening."
I don't mean that's once again. It's
Yeah.
why are people so stupid?
I know,
think
ridiculous.
Actually, I kind of think that on how blown out of proportion it got. Maybe I do feel a little bad for the lady.
I do, yeah.
Okay, but I mean,
But the dad
I
even
didn't
said-
feel too bad. I started to feel bad for her, but then when I saw that she was possibly flicking people off,
Yeah.
and getting in people's
She was
faces,
doubling down.
She was doubling down,
And she was doubling down on the wrong hand, man.
yeah.
I'm gonna tell you right now. But he said, don't do this to her. That's wrong. But I want the ball.
yeah.
And she should. She should have realized
He didn't look like a type of guy. Like he wasn't like
a confrontational.
Yeah, like if she could have done that to the wrong guy, and the wrong guy could have been like, push her.
Yeah, get out
but
of
the
here.
moral of the story, besides me making fun about bringing another ball, have we not learned that when you are in a massive stadium
know.
of some sort, that there's 500 different angles of that being filmed
And microphones and
by people, by the camera guy, by somebody Just
Yeah.
don't do something that
And
you shouldn't
she
do.
acts like that in public. What does she act like? The guy she was with, I don't know who he was, if it was her husband, brother, or who. He stayed seated.
He didn't want anything to do with
He
it.
didn't want it.
Because if he would have said anything,
I think he's the one that said something to her as she was coming back, and she looked at him and said no. Like
that's not a fun house to be at night.
once again, I would like to think that if I'm in public doing something stupid, my wife will say, "Honey, this isn't appropriate." Or if she started to, which she would never, getting out of control like that,
Yeah.
I would be like, "I'm shutting you down.
Yeah.
This isn't."
I agree with you 100%. And that there's been moments where
If she's with that guy, unless they were on like a first date, then I say no. He doesn't need to say anything to her. But
or it was a what is it?
I don't know what you're gonna say.
What's it called when you're cheating?
Oh yeah.
They were having
an affair, and he was like, "What affair?" He was cheating on her, and he's like, "Stop! Put the ball back. Get the camera off of us. Let's be done." You know what I mean?
There's similarities between her and the other one that was having the affair.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. But there's a lot of these cases. Like I saw another one because of this happening. Like in my news feed, there was other ones. There's a woman that just a guy was trying to throw a ball to the kid, and she just grabs it and runs off. Then there was the guy.
Well, recently the tennis player.
Tennis was trying to give his hat to a kid, and this CEO of some company just snatches it. And the
What?
kid's like, "No, wait, he's trying to give that." And the tennis player didn't notice because they're signing stuff, and he just went to hand it to the kid
Didn't realize it was happening.
that the guy grabbed it.
It's just a shame.
But then that guy doubled down and said, "Hey, in life you need to be fast, and you weren't fast enough. I got
It's
it."
a child.
yeah.
No.
If it was you and me, and we were fighting over something like that ball in, and I grabbed it, I'd be like, "I got it."
That's what
You know?
I said. I could see her getting mad at him if it was just him. Mm-hmm. But when it's a kid involved and the ball's already in this kid's mitt and they're hugging each other.
It was such a good moment.
Yes.
But like you said, in the end, the kid made out. I think he will get the ball. I hope he gets the ball.
That would have been quite the evilness if she's just like, no.
It would be so screw you.
Yeah.
It would be such a screw you, an actual middle finger if she does not send that ball to him.
And I'm surprised she didn't come out and say, "Hey, I want to get together with this guy. I want to apologize, and I'll give them the ball. Leave me alone."
Wouldn't that be a normal thing to do?
Oh, she doesn't have that in her bones. You can tell she's
Yeah, you
a
could
bad
tell.
person.